Good day, everyone. Welcome to Bird Speaks Tarot. A little bit different of a start to the reading today, just because that's the way it worked out. However, I'll go over what I have found. I feel like it's an important message. Basically, I wasn't going to record it. I was just getting the news, the real news, downloads from source. So basically what it looks like here is that there is some sort of gathering happening in your area soon. This could be some sort of local activity, some summer festival type of deal. Definitely something local, something where people are going to be gathering. This could be at a park. Or like, if you have a field where you celebrate things, wherever your town tends to do those types of things. It could even honestly be like your town's day. So, like a time where there's activities like bouncy castles and face painting and possibly like music playing. So it's that type of get together. I'm going to go with the underneath cards first, just to show you how this has worked out. So something like this would be like your hometown, where you live. Also, we want to talk about safety here, or a strong foundation. Something can't move forward. Something is blocked from moving forward. We also have the mountain here in reverse. Now, I don't usually take reverse in Lenormand, but these made an effort to both come out in reverse. So all my cards are upright, but when they make an effort to flip themselves upside down, it's important. Both of these cards, by the way, are 3. So 2 plus 1 is 3. The boat in reverse is also 3. So we have 3, 3 together. Some sort of blockage or obstacle either has been removed, or they're trying to remove some sort of blockage or obstacle concerning your innocence or your luck or your morals or ethics, something along those lines. Like, I feel like somebody was trying to block the way you look or how you present yourself. With the second house there, it could be even like something to do with your money in some way, shape, or form. And again, we have another 3, so we have 3, 3, 3. So 30, 2, 21, and 3. So we have 3, 3, 3. You could be seeing that number quite a bit. And I want to talk about this social gathering. Actually, you know what? I took out these first, so I'll do it in order. So we have M13. This, to me, looks like a Masonic apron. It could have something to do with the letter M. With the 13 and the M, it really is giving me Mason. So this is possibly a local event hosted and is a gathering of a bunch of Masonic families, like basically just celebrating the summer. But it looks like maybe you're not from there, you're an outsider, you're a CFA, come from away. I'm also looking at the letter N and 14, which is a 5. A certified nursing assistant. So somebody who used to be a certified nursing assistant maybe is not one anymore, but people do maybe know this person. So that could have something to do with it. This could be either a male nursing assistant or a female nursing assistant with the Masonic number 13 there, or the M13 there. It could be an Eastern Star. You are obviously not part of that. You are not part of an organization. You're not part of a like this group. Basically, you're not part of this group. kind of feel like I'm missing something there. I really wish I would have recorded this reading when I started it, but it is what it is. So they thought you were, because you're an outsider and because you're not part of this group, they thought that you were an easy target. These are government workers, officials, that are involved in this. Obviously, there's a lot of Masons that work in politics and things along those lines. I don't think you're shocked by this or whatever is taking place here. I don't think you're, in a sense, shocked by in some way, shape, or form. Maybe through either flipping cards or watching tarot, or some sort of spiritual guidance of some sort. It could have even been like a mentor, like a real person. You're not shocked that these people work for the government, that are involved in these types of orders or groups or governments. This is a female pastor, now that it's coming out in reverse. You know, this person presents themselves as literally a female pastor, somebody who works for the church and does charity and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, at nighttime, she a hoe. Okay? I think even along the lines of procuring children for trafficking purposes. This actually is coming out quite local, so this would even feels local to me. So we're talking about the east coast of Canada here. Don't forget, shortly after we seen Ghislaine Maxwell in Quebec, we also there's a problem here. I think with our wooded areas and things like that, I think that's where they hold the hunting parties and things for the elites. I think that they label Canada as nice, but meanwhile, like when it comes to all the immigration that we have here, they pick off kids that maybe aren't even registered to be here. Also, the families up north who they constantly torture and energy harvest off of up in Nunavut and places like that. Where they go to do their charity work, but meanwhile they're just procuring children for Epstein and Maxwell type people. Yeah, they see, they almost got you is in reverse. So I don't want to say that they got you, or maybe if you don't take this message seriously, they will in the future. Or maybe they didn't even come close to getting you because you saw this coming. Their plan was somehow exposed by maybe even, like I said, your guardian angels. Some way, shape, or form, you got the message that you're being targeted by this type of group of people. By the people that wear this letter on their, well, it looks like a skirt or a apron. Right? When they gather, they wear these aprons with the letter M's on them. Now, either something's happening where you're being seen as innocent, your reputation is being fixed in some way, shape, or form, or this has to do with that social gathering and children. Like, it's kind of making me feel like they're trying to get their hands on children at this gathering. Or get into your house in some way, shape, or form. So if you live beside somebody who used to be like a nurse and they're no longer a nurse and they're a little bit woo-woo, this person has been trying to get into your house, but it looks like your house was clarified with safety. It's a strong foundation. Looks like they weren't able to accomplish this. This also came out later on, but I'll address it now. This is, it is because you're the Empress and you are highly protected. They thought you were an easy target. They thought wrong. Yeah, they can't move forward with this idea. And I feel like because of that, they are actually, the dog is coming out in reverse. Also, I'm noticing the Ten of Hearts there, which is the Ten of Cups. This could actually be your family. You could have been, if you were born into a Masonic family or somebody like any of those types of orders, so Oddfellow, Kingsman, any of those lodges, elk lodges, places like that, you could have been, in a sense, the sacrifice for your family to become wealthy. So I don't know if they've had like an insurance policy on you since you've been born, or if they've literally tried to entangle you with the devil of some sorts and like throwing all their bad karma onto you, something along those lines. But they have done something that has broken the rules. They've been disobedient in some way, shape, or form. They did something that was disloyal to the group, and now that they've done that, they can't move forward. Now, this snake or practitioner works. I'm so sorry, Percy. I'm sorry, pretty face. This snake works for the government, and they are trying to remove these blockages. So they've been blocked in some way, shape, or form, but it looks like moving forward, like I feel like they did think that you were an easy target, but they thought wrong. It's actually been really, really challenging. But with this practitioner working within the government office, it's seemingly like they are trying to remove some sort of blockages or obstacles to be able to actually get at you. Let's turn this dog upside down the way it came out. This actually has been exposed. So you're very lucky here. Like, they took a chance, they took a gamble, but you're very lucky. You have now been seen as innocent. Whatever they were trying to put on you, I don't know if it was like to switch, again, like switch something around, like you somehow taking the fall for something. Like somebody is trying to like switch places with you. Whoever this person is that is this female pastor in reverse, this one who parades around, I don't know if it's a real church or a fake church, or if it's just a church posing as a house of God that's really like a house of torture. Not sure if I could say that word on YouTube. I notice how I'll have like a lot of views and a lot of new subscribers, and then the next couple days I won't. So I'm not sure if I'm getting dinged for saying certain things. I'm going to have to work on that. Hopefully you guys will still be around because it's not as spicy, but it looks like their plans have failed with the Three of Wands here in reverse. It looks like there has been a secret that's come out in some way, shape, or form with the moon in reverse there about these people working together, this organized crime, criminal organization. If you notice, they have like they're drinking, partying, smoking. They got the gun there. They got the plans to rob the bank. So here, the Ten of Wands, they've almost made it to back after doing all the hard work that they needed and, walking around this scorched planet. They almost made it back to their rocket ship to get out of harm's way, but it looks like the Ten of Wands here is in reverse. Something was exposed about this group. Has something to do with this Queen of Cups there. Could be a mother figure. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But something happened that's exposing her and them in this plan. Like, to me, this plan with the park and the children could be honestly on Monday the 13th here. With this M, it could be Monday the 13th. We are in the month of July, where they're trying to I don't know if they're like, this little girl is harvesting these butterflies. Like, it almost feels like they're harvesting either children's energy or children in general. Now, it looks like there's a King of Pentacles here that is actually taking a leap of faith, and I don't come if you see this coming or not, but they either did take a leap of faith, or they're going to take a leap of faith to come to your defense in some way, shape, or form, against this Queen of Cups or this mother figure. When I asked what you should do, it says to take quick action here. With a clear mind, or now that like you have a clear mind, you can take quick action because you have a clear mind on possibly like getting these 10 of swords out of your back. So somebody, possibly this Queen of Cups here, has done something to well, in this card, looks to physically take you out, right? Whether that's you or even your child. It feels like they have done something to try to put you in this position. But with this coming in, now the Knight of Wands, this could be an outside source like this King of Pentacles, but somebody's coming in to clear up some confusion about this Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is usually about like it could even be word magic. You know, somebody has said a lot of things about you they wanted you to fall down and not be able to get back up, is what it looks like. So they probably said something about your child. They probably said something about your parenting. They probably said something about your money or lack thereof. They probably made fun of your clothes, made fun of your body, made fun of your, or even lied about how you use your body. Maybe saying things like you're promiscuous, or that you're a thief, or that, like, they've said everything that they could possibly say at this point, where it's looking ridiculous. They're like, okay, so this person who doesn't look like what you're saying is actually a secret supervillain. Am I getting this right? But because of this quick action somebody has taken to clear up this confusion and take these Ten of Swords basically out of your back, I'm not sure if that is you or them, but let's clarify, because now that I've gotten this, it looks like possibly somebody in your family. This could be a King of Pentacles in your family coming to your rescue, or it could be a King of Pentacles in your family that's trying to work with this Queen of Cups towards your demise. I'm not really sure. However, it turns out that, you know, I don't know if this Queen of Cups feels like you just came in and took their spot and they're furious, and so they like unleashed the beast of their silver tongue, trying to create a narrative about you that obviously isn't true. You know, I feel like they're probably pretty depressed about this. They're also stuck with the things that they said. So those 6 swords there, they could have been the one to implant these things, and now they're unable to backtrack out of this. Like, there's no evidence, there's no truth to what they were saying whatsoever, and they just can't get out of it with this 6 of Swords in reverse here. Now, the other 4 swords could have happened from, I don't know, maybe you made a couple mistakes after being under such stress, right? So maybe there's like some of those things were actually true, because like you weren't coping very well. Like maybe you were overindulging in things because of the overwhelming amount of stress. And so that could have made like other things look true. Like, well, maybe if they say drink a lot, maybe they also sleep around a lot. But, you know, meanwhile, you were just kind of like putting your tears in your beers from all of these things that were being unfairly said about you. And if you're, like, say, it says you're an outsider, so, you know, if these people are from the community, they have all these friends and people that they can call up to say this, that, and the other thing, too. Meanwhile, you're not from here, so you don't have, like, backup, right? So they could almost pretty much get away with saying anything they want. Nobody's going to say anything to counteract that story. This person hates you. And they did. They took action in a way, in some way, shape, or form. Like, I thought this was out of maybe just, like, jealousy. Or, you know, this looks like they had help. The other 4 swords in your back could have come from a fire sign who also dislikes you for whatever reason. With the wands in reverse there, it could be something along those lines of jealousy. Maybe they're jealous that you can't communicate well. Maybe they're jealous that you are creative. Maybe they're jealous that And they're not. This person is upside down. They're a page. They're not even a page because they're not even showing up in the upright. So they've had like flying monkeys, so to speak, to try to help them out. And meanwhile, you're not from there, so you don't have any monkeys. You don't have any friends, right? You don't have like the group. But it feels like maybe there is a financial incentive, maybe something you don't even know about, but like there's finances or money or, I don't know, maybe even like with the Four of Pentacles here, opportunities that would bring money, but they're trying to hold on to this tangible item with all their might. And they're the ones who are a group of overindulgent, gossipy witches. Change is coming in really, really fast with this new information. I don't know if this was the one that the King of Pentacles has brought forth, but this is going to allow you to sleep easy at night knowing that you and your child are safe. If you notice, there's a picture of her and her little one there. You can sleep easy because you're protected and you're safe. Those four knives surrounding her, you know, she can jump up in the middle of the night at any point in time and use, I don't know if it's her knowledge or her skills or her words to be able to defend her and her child. This person really wanted, or this group of people really wanted to come out of poverty at some sort. And now they're just out of hope and out of luck because they've done something illegal. They tried to win at all cost. Like we're talking about grape, red rum, slander, lies. Like I'm not sure if your reputation is ever going to be fully fixed just because the lies have been spread out so far that I don't think everybody is going to get an opportunity to hear the truth. And hopefully that doesn't matter to you. If you don't know these people, then who cares? What people say about you is none of your business. There's an emperor here. I don't know if this emperor is a father figure or a boss figure, but the cycle has officially closed. And with all this red here, I feel like this emperor could be very, very upset about this. It looks like they were trying to break up a partnership, possibly or the love between two people. This could be even like with the Page of Cups in reverse there. That could be trying to break you and your child up. Like if you guys have a good relationship, if you're close, or they tried to have a man come in between a relationship between you and your child, but that would never work out because your child always comes first. But it does feel like they tried to send somebody in to accomplish this. Now, if they accomplish getting a man in between you and your child, then this child is in a sense left by itself. Like maybe it sounds like a teenage boy who's going through puberty there. That might be significant. You could have a son. But if they came between you and a child, this child would then be left out in the cold, kind of like you were. If you were raised by this family who is kind of like fed you to the wolves, so to speak, particularly this gentleman in your family. And if you notice right underneath that, you have somebody who did something repetitively to cause a quick ending to either your relationship with your child or literally yourself. But the fact of the matter is here that your new beginning is here. The cycle of them trying to hurt and harm you has closed, and you get to move to calmer waters. They unfortunately do not. This disobedient, disloyal person is not able to get away. There's information coming in that people are talking about. With the Seven of Pentacles there at the bottom, the Seven of Diamonds, this could have been a plan. People could have got information about a plan to, like maybe this, like there's a shady business here, or this emperor could be the boss or the owner of this shady business who's in control, who even has ties within the government through this brotherhood or through this fraternity to literally end you. But now their business is ending. Their business is ending because There's no longer any confusion actually about your innocence here. There's no confusion about your innocence. You are absolutely 100% committed to your child and to being a mom and to being a good mom and to being a good influence. This fox did this for money. This keeps going. The more and more I pull the cards up, yeah, they tried to trick you out of your abundance somehow, whether that be out of your abundant spirit, your abundant love. Like if it's abundant money, I don't feel like you know about this money. I feel like this has been hidden from you. Now, this could be in the form of, like I said, a life insurance. Your Masonic family could have had a life insurance policy and paid into it since you were a child. And this is what they all, like this whole group of people know about it. And they were coming after you so hard because, like, whoever gets the prize, if you notice, we have 33 and 33 showing up again. 2 keys, okay? So you have the keys. This group, this Masonic group, this 33, they cannot get through the door. You have the keys. You have the answer. They may have thought that they took everything from you with this slander. Like maybe like you lost jobs. You can't get jobs. You don't have any friends in this town because like they've literally took away your ability to provide to your children. They took away your ability, maybe even at one point, to travel, to try to get out of the city. But what they couldn't take away from you is the secret knowledge that you hold. Maybe they didn't realize this, but the money wasn't the only thing that they were hiding. They were hiding your inherited gifts, your spiritual gifts. Something else was handed down to you. Because this money could have been an inheritance that they were trying to get their hands on. Could have been a life insurance policy that they were trying to get your hands on or their hands on. But the fact is, you have an abundance of knowledge. Not only about what these people are doing, but how are they trying to do it? Who's involved in what they were trying to do? How deep the rabbit hole goes. You know what? It doesn't work when the target knows that they're the target. When they're out here doing ceremonial magic, sending witchcraft your way, and you literally have the gift of being connected directly to source, and these, like this group of, especially if this is a group of pillars of the community, the well-to-do men, they really don't look kindly on the fact that a woman holds the keys. They are old school. They think that the men should be the keeper of the keys, the only source to God, the only open door to God, the only ones who have direct connection. And that whole deal is a lie. And that is the lie they're even holding about Jesus. Jesus came here to tell us that you are connected. You are, the divine spark is within all of us. And the church doesn't want you to know that because they have built a whole entire tax-free business on keeping you or getting in your way of being directly connected to source yourself. You need to know and you need to believe 100% that God is within you. You don't need a pastor. You don't need a priest to be able to be directly connected to God. And God is somebody who is going to support somebody who is actually truly innocent here. Who is actually the rightful heir to those keys. And boy, do they not like you for that. It's kind of feeling like you've been the target of like a witch hunt for the last, I don't know how many years. Probably more so since you've actually come into your power, more so since you've disconnected from this family to be able to receive your gifts properly, because I don't know what they've done to be able to keep it from you, whether it be lay roots on you. I'm not saying root workers are bad for sure, though of course anything can be used for good or bad. It's how you choose to use it, right? So these people might have been putting something in your food or planting things literally in your lawn, in your garden. They could be doing mirror magic. Like creating towers in your life through word magic. So manipulation, gossip, rumors, lies, things along those lines. They did a good job for a long time, but it's over now. The cycle has closed. You have made it. You are now fully within your power, and there's nothing that they can do to stop it at this point. Spirit, is there anything else you would like to... I just looked up here now. I just moved my cards over without looking or shuffling, and I hear hunter prey. They can no longer hunt you. You are no longer the prey. This is done, finished, finito. It's over. And you know what? I think I'm honestly going to leave that. I'm going to leave that right there. I love you guys. Hope to see you again. Peace.